Have you ever noticed how addicted we are to being seen, to being heard, to being validated? Every like, every comment, every share feels like a tiny shot of approval. But what if I told you this craving is quietly controlling your life? Humans are wired for connection. From birth, we seek acknowledgement from those around us, and that feeling of validation triggers a real chemical reaction in our brains, a release of dopamine. It's the same chemical that rewards us when we eat something delicious, when we fall in love, or even when we take a risk. Every time someone notices us, it feels like a reward, and we instantly want more. But here's the catch: when we rely on validation from others to feel good, we're actually giving away our power. Our self-worth becomes dependent on likes, compliments, or external attention. We start outsourcing our sense of value to people who might not even know us. And that, my friends, is a dangerous cycle. It creates a fragile foundation for our happiness, one that can crumble the moment the outside world looks away. Now, look around you. Social media has turned validation into a currency. We carefully craft our posts, hoping for a flood of likes. We scroll through feeds, consciously or unconsciously comparing our lives, our bodies, and our achievements to curated, filtered versions of others. And when the notifications don't come, or when someone else's post gets more attention, we feel that pang of emptiness, insecurity, or even anxiety. This is no accident. These platforms are engineered to keep you chasing that dopamine hit. They're designed to hook you, feeding your addiction to being seen. The more you chase it, the more you feel you need it, and the further you drift from who you really are. You start performing for an audience, instead of living for yourself. And this craving for validation doesn't just affect your screen time, it seeps into every corner of your life. People start to speak, not what they believe, but what they think will earn them approval. They might water down their opinions or stay silent on issues they care about, just to fit in. They hide their true selves, their quirks, their vulnerabilities, all in an effort to present a more likable version to the world. They chase attention instead of purpose. The worst part: this constant pursuit of validation can leave you feeling lonelier than ever, because no amount of likes, followers, or fleeting compliments can replace genuine connection or deep-seated self-acceptance. You can be the most popular person in the room and still feel completely alone, because you're not being seen for who you truly are, but for the mask you're wearing. So how do we break free? The first step is simple but powerful: awareness. Start noticing when you're seeking approval instead of living authentically. Before you post something, ask yourself, am I doing this for me or for them? When you get a compliment, notice how it feels. Do you feel good because you're genuinely proud of yourself, or just because someone else noticed? The second step is to practice self-validation. This means learning to be your own source of approval. Celebrate your own victories, no matter how small. Honor your own feelings, even the uncomfortable ones. Acknowledge your efforts, regardless of the outcome. Learn to give yourself the recognition you've been so desperately craving from others. The more you validate yourself from the inside, the less dependent you become on the world's applause. Imagine living a life where you're no longer addicted to being seen, where your worth comes from within, not from likes, shares, or praise. A life where your decisions are guided by your own values, not by the fear of judgment. That's real freedom. That's authenticity. So today, I challenge you, put your phone down for a little while. Look in the mirror, celebrate the person you see. Speak your truth, even if your voice shakes, because being truly seen starts with seeing yourself. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, your worth is not measured by attention, it's measured by your authenticity. Thanks for watching.